6ix9ine Lifestyle Reviews, coming back to you again with the part 2 of my gun collection videos. Now, I told you before, my collection is small, but for me and for my uses, I feel like everything is very versatile at the moment, and I feel like, well, the reason why I have these firearms is for good uses, not only going to the range, having fun, but actually going hunting for self-defense. So I have 2 more firearms I want to show you, and I'll get right to it. But I want to talk about, like I said again in my video, the reason I have the firearm, what's the name of the firearm, the caliber, and its uses. So I'll get right into it. I'll start with my, let's see here, Brigade BM9. My AR9 and a 9-inch barrel. I have a foam cover on the back because you know why. But this firearm that I have right here, the Brigade BM9, it has been a awesome AR9, PCC, what have you. It is a very versatile gun. I love it because it's very easy and controllable. So you can get behind it. Anyone can get behind it. Now, it may have a little bit more recoil than a 5.56, but Brigade has a heavy bolt inside and also a weight inside of the bolt carrier group to slow it down. So it's really not as some people say AR9s are kind of violent, but this is not violent at all. It feels almost on par to the 5.56, just a teeny bit more recoil. Now, the reason why I have it in a 9-inch barrel is due to the fact that this is my home defense gun. In the beginning, it was my truck gun, so it was easy to slip down in the backpack, hit my Sylvan Arms folding adapter, slip it in there to take it out to the truck and deploy it and have it ready to go. And now, since I have my other truck gun, my KS-47, this is primarily my home defense gun. So the reason why I have this as my home defense gun is because of the ammo type. And this takes 9mm, also standard with Glock mags. So that's awesome. You can find Glock mags pretty much anywhere, and they're very versatile. Now, I do not like third-party magazines because anything that's not a Glock mag, it will run in here, but the magazine itself, sometimes the internals are not strong enough, the springs are not strong enough, but the Glock mags always seem to work flawlessly 100%. So running this is for a 9mm. I like this because when you're shooting in the inside, you don't, and per se, if you had a home defense situation and you had to deploy this firearm, when you go to shoot this firearm, it's not a loud bang, there's not a lot of flash, so you'll be able to see your target clearly. Also, if you have a flashlight incorporated with it, when you pull the trigger, you don't have a flash, and also the flashlight blinding you from not being able to see. And also, like I said, it's not like shooting a shotgun or AK-47 variant or an AR-15 in the house. So it's not very loud on your ears to where it almost will make your eardrums burst and you go dead. So you're able to take rapid follow-up shots with that without having that issue. Now, I know when your adrenaline's running, you're probably not even going to be fazed by those things, but what happens after, when the firefight is over, you will need to be able to, well, you would want to be able to hear and see. So I like that. I like the AR9 because of that, and the 9mm, also because of that reason. Another reason is because with a certain 9mm ammo, like hollow points, now you have standard FMJ, hollow points, JHPs, what have you. Hollow points, when you shoot, they open up when they hit the intended target. Now, it will go through about maybe 3 walls of sheetrock, but it's not going to travel it into the other house like a 5.56 or a 7.62. Now, for those per se rifles, the AK-47 variants and the AR-15, You do have varmint rounds and things like that, but that's not always in stock, and they're hard to find sometimes. So having hollow points that you could find pretty much anywhere online, anywhere at the gun range, I feel comfortable using this inside. If I had to shoot and protect my family per se, if I got in a situation, I'm not worrying about the bullet exiting that person, flying through 3 rolls of sheetrock and going into my neighbor's house, because that would be bad. And I do not want to harm anybody if I had to defend myself or my family. Only the assailants trying to hurt me. So I love that about the AR9, because it's very versatile in that aspect, having those style of rounds. Now, when you go to the range, you can use, FMJ. You can buy a pack of 50 and have a blast. If you want to use FMJ outside because you feel like you want to have more of a punch per se, if you're using a truck gun, you also have other versatile rounds like, how can I say here? I have like Linghai Defense TUI ammunition, tumble on impact. So when it looks like a standard FMJ, but when it's deployed and it hits the intended target, it will tumble like a 5.56, and it will give you also a greater penetration effect as well. I use also, I can't think of that other company's name right at the moment, but they have Extreme Defender rounds. And with the Extreme Defender rounds, it almost looks like a screwdriver on the tip. That's also great for penetrating 12 inches deep into the intended target, and having great effects when you need something to drop, when you have to drop a target quickly. And not to mention the TUI ammunition is able to go through 3A soft body armor like Swiss cheese. So also with the 9mm round, I like it because it's versatile due to the grain weights. You can have all the way up to 147 grain, all the way down to, I've seen the lowest 80 grain. I believe they even have some lower than that, but I have 80 grain TUI ammunition, and that works flawlessly in here. So you can change the grain weight, and that's awesome for this little AR9. It's compact, it's short, and better than a pistol because, well, truly you do have 4 points of contact. You have where you're grabbing the rail right here, you have your other hand grabbing the pistol grip, then you have your cheek, and if you were having a brace or a stock, you would be able to have it on your shoulder, so that would be 4 points of contact. Here, if you can see, I'm not able, if I put this on my cheek, I'm not able to hit my shoulder, I'm hitting my neck. And I would I would not advise shooting like trying to brace it, because you might hurt your collarbone or something if you had this on a foam cover. But I cannot brace this down, and if I did, it's like I'm in an 80s action movie, and you're not going to be very accurate at all trying to fire your firearm that way. So you do have 4 points of contact, but right now we have 3, so that's what you have for this. So it could be very versatile when it comes to being able to have follow-up shots. You're not going to be inaccurate, like, because I know when you have a pistol, sometimes it's hard to get very pinpoint accurate shots, but with this you can almost be a surgeon because of how that it follows the AR-15 platform, and you're able to stabilize and get the shots off correctly. So I like this AR9 a lot, and I will go into my attachments that I have for it. And the reason why I have them this way, I have a Olight Balder Pro R, due to the fact, well, I do want to, before I get into the attachments, and I should have said this in the beginning of the video, all my guns are safety checked. Yes, there's bullets in both of my mags. This is my home defense gun, but I don't have it racked with the bullet in the chamber. So in order for me to shoot this, I would have to rack it, and then with the charging handle, and then pull the trigger for it to shoot. But I can't take the magazine out of my firearm or put it back in due to YouTube's policies, and I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. So going back to what I was saying, I have a Valor Pro R, and it is very nice due to the fact that it has a 1300 lumen output and also a green laser. So I'll show you the green laser and the green laser with the flashlight. Now, to me, lasers are pretty gimmicky, but using them in the house for fast, rapid transitional shots, if I had to use my flashlight in the middle of the night if I couldn't see, if someone cut my power, I need to make sure that when I'm going to shoot, I want to be especially in the night if I have to protect my family, that I can identify each target instead of me going out and assuming that when I hear some footsteps trying to run by me, that's not a family member trying to get out the way. Now, I hope that there's a lot of communication involved during if I had an altercation like that, but you never know, somebody might be scared and they were just trying to get out the way. And with you not being able to shoot, without being able to see, you might hit somebody that you're not trying to. So the flashlight, to me, not only is great to see in the dark, but it's a target identifier. So I like that a lot. For the O-Light, you have a pressure pad. I feel like these lights are great home defense lights because they have a, right where the pressure pad is, they have a magnetic charging switch that you could drop on there. It's red when it's dead, and you can see it actually charging. You can hook it up right next to your bedside. You can have your gun sitting right there with it on the charge, and once that light turns green, you know that it's ready and you can take it off. So I like this a lot. It gives off a lot of light, and like I said, it has the light and it's really bright. It has a green laser, so it's great to identify targets. Also great for the range as well. I have some offset 45-degree iron sights due to the fact that I have my Holosun HS512C on a riser, and I'm not able to, if I have my regular iron sights, I'm not able to see or code witness. So I have these are from I think Dagger Defense 45-degree iron sights, and they work well. I've never had an issue with them. They might be bulky, but they're sturdy. I could drop this thing on the ground 20 times and it won't lose zero. So I like this a lot. Bulky, but it works and it's sturdy. I have a SI Strike Industries linked angled foregrip, and I like linked angled hand stop, and I have this on my AR-15. I like it because it's a long hand stop. I can grab it and get a good purchase on my gun, so I can get good stabilization. And not only that, it has a cable management system in there, so if I was running a pressure pad, I could put my wires through here if it was too much all over the place, and then run it back up so it would be clean. So I like this. You can use it as a barricade stop as well. So I love this SI curved angled hand stop. I have some BCM rail covers on the side and some Magpul rail covers at the top, so I don't feel the heat. It's great for heat mitigation. And also, like, I can't think of the name of this one, but it's like a rubber grip, so it's also great for heat mitigation. So when I go to shoot this firearm very rapidly and let off a lot of shots, when that barrel heats up, I really don't feel nothing at all. I have, once again, a knockoff Unity riser, and I can't think of the height. I gotta get better with my heights so I can tell you guys where my optics are sitting at, because no one that doesn't not want to know what's going on with the rifle. You always want to know everything that you have set on your firearm. So I have it sitting on a riser due to the fact that the Holosun HS512C, it's a very, very nice sight. It has a 6 MOA dot. I'm definitely not gonna flag myself. It has a 6 MOA dot, if you can see that. And you can have the 6 MOA ring and a red dot. So it's versatile in that aspect if you want to be have like precision shooting using the red dot. Also having a bigger 60 MOA ring like for a shotgun, or the 60 MOA ring in the dot for faster target acquisition. And having it on this riser, it makes this firearm a speed demon. So I'm able to pick this up, look, and I'm already looking down without even having to get down on it and stuff like that. As soon as I pick it up, I'm already looking through the red dot. So that is a very, very fast setup. It has, for the Holosun, 50,000 hour runtime, shake awake technology, solar panels at the top, fail safe, in case my batteries run dead. This will draw power from the sun and keep it illuminated. I love this red dot. It's not a holographic sight, it's a red dot, but I love it because it's enclosed. The emitter is behind the glass, so if there's dirt, sand, or snow that hits the back of my glass, like some open emitter red dots, when it gets dirty, you have to try to take your cleaning cloth and clean it out, but sometimes you don't have enough time for that. If I had dropped this optic, I could just wipe off the back glass or the front glass and be good to go. So that's the riser, that's the red dot. Down here I just have two 33 round Glock mags because in a home defense scenario, the reason why I have this is my home defense gun, you want to be able to have a great amount of firepower. Now you want to practice with your gun. Just because you have 66 rounds on you does not mean you use all the 66 rounds when it comes to a home defense or a protection scenario. You use what's required and you train and you make sure that your shots are accurate. But this is also great for the range, so you don't have to keep loading it up. You could just let them go. But I have it with a mag coupler, and that's pretty neat. So I can keep them. I almost took my mag out to show you how fast the transition was, but the transition is very, very, very fast. So I like that a lot. And also, enough about the magazine. I have a Strike Industries latchless charging handle. So, and it's ambidextrous. I can pull from each side. I like the color blue. That's my favorite color, but I'm probably going to get a black one just so I can match up with the gun or the firearm. So this is very, very sturdy. 75T aluminum, just like the AR-9 is. So that's pretty cool. And also it has a bolt catch. Most AR-9s coming out don't really have a bolt catch, but this one does. And when that bolt locks back, I slap it and ready to go, just like a regular AR-15. I have ambi safety levers due to the fact that I shoot left-handed a lot too. I started off as a left hand, but I transitioned to the right hand, so I can really shoot in between and not have a problem. So it's good for me to have it on both sides. I have a Scorpion ATI pistol grip, AR-15 pistol grip. I wouldn't use this for like extreme outdoor use if you had to use this outside, due to the fact that this rubber, it's a strong rubber, but I know after a while if it hits the ground or something, it can get scarred up and probably peel off after a certain period of time. But for the home defense use, it's not going to mess up at all. It's nice and cushiony. It has great texture right here on the ribs for your hands. And not only is this rubber just rubber, ATI has its own technology built into the rubber, so it helps with the recoil management. So I'm not feeling as much recoil as I'm supposed to when shooting this. So, and I can hold it with one hand very, very far for a good period of time. So that's nice. Let's see here. I have the Sylvan Arms Gen 3 folding adapter. Folding adapters are just for stowing. It's not for shooting at the hip, because shooting at the hip is not accurate unless you're at the range and having fun. But I don't see the reason to shoot at the hip. You want to be able to pull your firearm out of your backpack, hit the button, and put your fold it back right again and be able to get down on the intended target or at the range. So once again, you don't want to fire this with it open, because if you do, this weight is probably going to fly out, hit you in the face, and knock you out. So that wouldn't be fun. You want to keep that closed whenever you get it out of your backpack. But to me, it's just for stowing and putting it in places that you need it to be. And being in my home, I don't even need this folded, but if I need to put it somewhere, I can fold it and have it set and ready to go when I need to deploy it. It's just a quick transitional move, and I'm ready to go. Next, I have like I said, a foam cover due to the fact of the ATS policies, and I'm not trying to have my gun registered as an SBR, so I do not have a blade or brace on this. So, and like I said, you cannot shoulder this. You see my shoulder is right here. I'm literally hitting my collarbone, and I can't see my iron sights, my red dot, or nothing. So it's not intended to hit from the shoulder. If you do, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're probably gonna really bruise your collarbone or your shoulder. That's not working. So I have it right here for my cheek, and we're good to go in that aspect. So this is the Brigade BM9, a awesome AR9. And like I said, it is great for home defense, and the 9mm is very versatile. If you have any style of AR9 or PCC in the 9mm caliber, it's a great home defense option, and also a good truck gun, and very good for the range because 9mm is plentiful and cheap, and you can practice using this, and it's like a standard AR-15. So once you get behind here, you can shoot 300 rounds of 9mm and practice. It'll be cheaper, but you're also getting the same almost recoil effects as a 5.56, maybe a little bit more, but all the controls are the same. So you're learning the AR-15, and breaking it down is pretty much the same. So I like that a lot. This is my home defense gun, the Brigade BM9 in a 9-inch barrel. So I have one more firearm, and she's my first gun. I don't know why I had picked this as my first gun, but this is my old girl. Oh, and she has nothing in the drum mag or anything. She is clean as a whistle. But this is Sheila. This is the JTS M12 AK, and I love this firearm, not only because it's my first firearm that I've ever had, due to the fact that it's very versatile, and being in this configuration as an AK-74 or AK-47 variant, it is very nice. Now, to me, this is based off of, well, it's based off of a Sega 12 and also a mixture of the Vepr 12, because you can see it has the magazine well right here, like a Vepr does, and it has the sporting kind of look. Now mine is configured completely different. I've done a lot of things, I don't want to say that word, but mine is different than the standard JTS, as you can see. But it also has the sporting look of a Sega 12 as well. So it's based off of those platform AK-47 style variant shotguns. And I like this a lot due to the fact, not only because I've wanted an AK-47 variant so I can just learn the platform until I can really get me one. So I pretty much know how to work a AK-47 variant very well now. And the internals is based off of pretty much the AK-47 variant. So you can learn the inside of it and break it. My camera had died, so I had to make some adjustments, but I'm back again. Like I was saying, cleaning this shotgun or learning the AK-47 platform, it's a breeze now, because I have learned the AK-47 kind of variant style of rifles due to the fact that I have this shotgun and the internals are the same as an AK-47. So variant. So I like this a lot, and the reason why I say that, okay, the name is JTS, the caliber is in a 12 gauge platform, and the reason why I have this is because it is the most versatile gun that I probably own. And I like that due to the fact of having it in a 12 gauge round, or just a shotgun round in general, you're able to use the different type of projectiles, for instance. And also you can have this set up for multiple situations. Now I know I have my rail on here, and this is set up predominantly for going to the range and for home defense, because the rails allow me to incorporate different items and able to see in the dark, and like for flashlight, have grip so I can be very accurate, and things of that nature. But going back to the 12 gauge round, or just a shotgun round, you can have bird shot, and bird shot, you can, if crap hit the fan, you can hit birds and certain things like that, put food on the table for your family. You have buckshot and slugs. If you saw some big game out there, you can take that down and put food on the table for your family. And not only does buckshot and slugs work for game, I don't think anybody is gonna survive a buckshot round to the face, double aught buck to the face, or double aught buck to the chest. If you do, I commend you, and you are a soldier and not a human. So I can say it has some of the, people don't like the word stopping power, but for example, if I hit you with a 9mm, or I don't want to say hit you, if I hit something with a 9mm, they might be able to still charge my way. So you're gonna have to put maybe rapid follow-up shots. That's why I like my Brigade. I can do rapid follow-up shots, and they're very accurate in that. I'm going to put down that target. And with great shot placement, you might just need one. But with the shotgun using slugs or double aught buck, 90% of the time, if that person doesn't have on body armor, if you shoot them with that style of ammunition, they're going down and they're not getting back up. And I don't think they're not going to want to get back up until EMS arrives, if they're still on this planet with us. So I could say yes, this is a very versatile beast, and if I was going hunting, I would take my rails off and put on my polymer grips that it comes with out of the box, and it'll be light. Now, anybody that knows, when you first get the shotgun, this weight of this shotgun is 9 pounds. So it's similar to an M14, pretty much what the military used to use before they got to the M16. So this weight will be very familiar out of the box to a lot of people. But the way I have it set up here, it is literally 11.5 pounds. So it's heavy. You're gonna need to do some push-ups. You're gonna need to get your shoulders right if you want to be able to lug it around in this configuration, in the style and the way that I have it. So, like I said, it could be very versatile for all different types of situations. Not only it's not like a standard shotgun that you have to chuck, shoot and hit, and you know what I'm saying, how can I say, not chuck it, when you have to pump it, you have to make sure that as soon as you pump, you're able to let out that rounds. But sometimes you can short chuck it and get a round jammed in there, then you have your own problem. With this, it's semi-automatic, so as fast as you pull that trigger, it is going to move. And I know I can get rid of 10 rounds in under 4 seconds. So it is a very, very, very fast shotgun. And not only you don't have to flip it like another shotgun, a standard shotgun, put the shells in, then chuck it and flip it back up. Pump it, then flip it back up. As soon as that mag is empty, hit that lever, drop it, put your other mag in. I'm gonna have chest rig with 3 magazines. I'm gonna find one day, but I have a slew of 10 round mags. Drop that 10 round, put that next 10 round in there in under 3 seconds, and be ready to go. So this can be great for a defensive option. And you, like I said, you can let off a lot of rounds very rapidly. So having this shotgun is very, very versatile. So, and then you have your, how can I say, your fantasy rounds. I have this also. If a Terminator or something comes by my house, which I pray to God, Skynet, leave me alone. But if something big and crazy was to come my way and I had no choice but to face it to save my family, I'm gonna load this up with 300 grain SST 50 caliber rounds. And those things literally, I've seen a guy cut down a tree with those style of rounds. And I'm not talking about a small tree, I'm talking about a big oak. So I would put that in here and have 25 rounds of fit, and I have those. So I would put 25 rounds in here, one in the head to go on, so 26 rounds of 50 cal SST, and that means that Terminator is gonna have the best of times together. Somebody's gonna walk out of there, and I pray it's me, but we don't know. So I'll get into what I have on this shotgun, so I won't make this video extremely long because it already is. So I'm gonna go through these attachments really fast. I have a Carlson's door breacher on here. People are like, this is not a door breacher, but it says literally on the box, Carlson's ported choke door breacher. So I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the teeth right here. You're able to sink it in the door, and these ports right here, when you sink it in the door and you shoot, the gases don't run back into the shotgun. They dispense out through these holes, so it's able to stay good without it exploding or whatever, with all that back pressure. Also, it's kind of like a brake when you shoot. It's very loud, so I wouldn't use it for home defense. It's funny, door breacher, but don't use it for home defense, because these holes right here, it's like a brake and it makes it very loud. So I just put in the standard choke, ported choke that it comes with, and use that for home defense if I need to. So next, I have a a Butler Creek sling. It's a very, it's a small sling to me. I'm 6'9", and I can get in here, but I need something a little bit bigger. But for anybody that's like 6 foot and under, you're good. This will work fine for you. And it's just something I can throw over the barrel, throw over the buttstock, and I have a pad right here, nice and soft and plush. I can put it on my shoulder and it'd be good to go. Next, I have a how can I say? I have a M-Lock V1 rail from Iron Curtains Customs. It is a very good rail, and the aluminum is made out of 75T, I believe, just like an AR-15, so it's very strong. Or if it's some type of steel, but I know it's on, the quality is very, very good, like 75T. And it's M-Lock, so it has M-Lock slots all the way around, especially in the 12 o'clock position. So I can add my lights, I can add grips, and I can use this in a home defense scenario. And like I said, having the light and different options of that nature, I can turn this into a tactical shotgun if I need to defend myself with it, and it will get the job done. So I need some more rail covers. As you can see, I have a BCM right here, but I need some more rail covers for heat mitigation, because she will heat up after about 80 rounds of just rapid doom, 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 doom. She will heat up, so I need to be able to knock that heat off and have something to mitigate it. So that's the Iron Curtains V1 M-Lock rail. Next here, I have a Magpul RBG grip, nice and sturdy. It's like a little stubby vertical grip, and you can use it as a how can I say? You can use it to set up on like different like things and be able to shoot prone, and then also you're able to grab it for good hand placement and be able to stabilize your shots and let off good, accurate shots. So I like this Magpul RBG grip. It's very solid. I have a Magpul rail cover at the bottom. Let's see here. I have a Yugoslavian or Yugo charging handle. You know, sometimes, well, all AKs, they have that little talon, I call it the raptor claw sticking out of there. And when you want to do fast transitions, sometimes you can slide with your finger and miss it. So this is very beefy, and it has textured grip on there. So you're able to put the mag in, let that sucker fly without even skipping a beat. It's almost like I don't even have to think about like where my finger needs to be. It's just boom, and I can get back on target very quickly. So this helps with reloads a lot. It may be small, but this thing is a must to me when you have any AK style variant, platform, anything. So next, I have the drum. And I can't talk about the drum due to the fact that YouTube has took down a lot of my videos because I went into detail about this drum. And I bet you people are like, well, how did you get I can't talk about the drum. Just know that it is a 25 round Vepr 12 SGM tactical drum. And for me, it is, it's sturdy. It's not going anywhere. It's pretty much, it's like barely any wiggle in it. It's sturdy just like my other mags, but it holds even stronger. I can't talk about the drum. So just know it's great. Now, I wouldn't use it for like hunting or anything due to the fact that the polymer, I know if you drop it, I thought I had one of my latches broke because I dropped it on concrete. So you have to be very careful, like if you were like lugging it outside or something. But for the inside or like at the range, once it's in there, dude, this thing is going to run. And like for home defense, in that crazy fantasy situation, you can put this in here and you can count on this drum. You have to clean it more than a standard mag. It says after 4 times in use, you have to clean it. But it's a very good drum and I like it. You can check my videos out on my channel and see me using that bad sucker. I have a Sightmark Wolverine FSR, and this is a great red dot. I have this CSR on my KS47, and I like this because of the ruggedness that it has. It has a good fixed, it's not a quick latch, quick detach. It's something that you tighten down and you can put I know like torque about 45 pounds of pressure on there and you're good. Like it's not going anywhere, and I like that better than the quick detach because with the recoil from shotguns, you want something that can hold 0, and this will hold 0. Trust me. I've dropped this on the ground, picked it up and shot the shotgun and not had an issue, and it held 0. And also with it having the rubber mesh over it, it's shock absorbent. So say like, you know, you got your other 61T aluminum, because this is 61T aluminum material. It has that rubber mesh on it, so if the other ones, when they hit the ground, it's gonna absorb all that impact. Now, it may shatter the glass, you don't know. But with this rubber absorbs it, and it is very, very, very good in that nature due to the fact that you can pick it back up and it's not taking a beating. Everything is pretty much getting dissolved in the rubber mesh, so your optic and stuff will have a better chance of survival. I've seen people throw this in a pool. I've seen people shoot this. I've seen people drag it behind a truck, and it still works. It still holds 0. And I was like, oh my God, for like $150 and sometimes even cheaper on Amazon, I'd wait to find it on a sale because it's not like the best. But sometimes you can find it on a sale close to like $100. That's when I get it. So you won't be wasting a lot of money, but you know you got a freaking Warhammer of a red dot. Now the refresh rate may be a little bit slow on like the lower settings. It has 10 settings, 2 night vision, 8 daytime. The higher it gets, the better the refresh rate is. The lower it gets sometimes, it's just a little bit, you can tell if you're like waving it really, really crazy, so you trying to catch it or catch the flaw in it. That's the only way you can tell, but just putting up rapid shots or doing quick transitions, you can't really tell at all. Another reason why I like it, it has a AA, so you can find that if crap hit the fan, I can go in the store, grab a crap ton of AA's, and this is stated, and I'm serious, they said that on the lowest setting, on the mid setting, it has 50,000 hours runtime. It's not a shake and wake. It has no Motec technology, but when you turn it on, it has a 12-hour runtime. And I like that a lot because for me, I don't need this as to have Motec on this. I'm not running this, so I don't need to like all the time, so I don't need it to always be on. But when I turn it on for 12 hours, when I hit that button, I know I got 12 hours and I'm good. But on the lowest setting, it is stated on the box and on their website, no lie, 1 million hours battery life. And I don't know how I would ever test that out, but that's what it says on the box. And like, quote me on that. So 1 million hours battery life on the lowest setting. So this is like a great little budget red dot, and it has a 28mm window, so it's bigger than like a Romeo 5 window or something, so you can really see in there, but it's just a standard red dot. Coming down here. Okay, my camera died on me again. That's how I know my videos are being insanely long. So, but this is my gun collection video, and I told you I wanted to do something different. Not only I'm just gonna be like, hey, this is my gun, and here's my next gun, and this is my final gun. I want to tell you why I have all this stuff and why it's set up the way that I do. So back to the grip. This is a Scorpion ATI pistol grip, just like on my Brigade BM9. I first saw this grip from Mr. Max. I don't want to say his name due to the fact, or his full name due to the fact of YouTube, and I don't want to say that this is in a config. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I appreciate Mr. Max for showing me like all different kind of ways that I'm able to look and present my shotgun in different type of ways. So if you understand what I mean. So this is a nice grip, and like I said, it has a rubber mesh on the back and it helps with recoil, and the finger grooves are nice. This is the Cadillac of all shotguns to me, the AK-70 or the AK-47 variant style shotguns. They're already smooth shooting and have less recoil due to how big they are and the weight that they are configured in, but having this grip just tenfold to me makes it better. So it's not a modification. You can grab grips from all different types of places, but this is just a grip that incorporates a little bit more than the others. So that's pretty dang on cool to me. Let's see here. Next I have my shell holder, and that's for if I run out of my 25 round drum, I run out of all my 10 round mags that I'm carrying, I can grab one of these, slip it, you know, in the barrel, let that charging handle fly, and turn it into a little bolt action if I need to, but it's better than nothing if I ran out of everything. So that's all about that little shell holder. It holds 4 on that, well 5 on that side. I have one tucked away. It holds 2 on this side, but I have it tucked away. And I have it turned upside down so it won't be hitting my cheek. So, and I have a butt pad back here to help with recoil mitigation. And that also my grip that helps with recoil mitigation, just like any other standard grip or butt pad. So it's not a modification at all. I like that a lot, and it helps me stay on target and not help me beat up my shoulder to where I'm literally having a bruised shoulder. Now with this gun I rarely have bruises unless I'm putting it on the highest gas setting and using like Magnum slugs or something like that, but other than that, I'm not getting a bruise. But this is Sheila, my JT. Oh, I don't know if I went into the gas settings. I'll say that real quick again. If I didn't, 20, making sure, 1,250 feet per second. You want to keep it above that. And yes, it'll run birdshot, but you just gotta run it real good, break it in, and you're fine. You can run it. And that's breaking your shotgun in is not a modification. You have to shoot your guns, right? So just continue to shoot your gun and you'll be able to use birdshot. So, but put it on setting 3. That's not a modification. That's literally built on the gun. So you have gas settings 0 through 3. 3 is like for your birdshot. 2 is for your slugs and buckshot. 1 is for your Magnum slugs, and 0 if you want to turn it into a bolt shot action rifle and be deadly accurate. So yes, this is my first gun, my versatile Big Mama Sheila, and she is a definite champ. This shotgun, if you treat it right, I can't say much more than that. If you treat it right, take care of it, she'll take care of you in every aspect that you want to set this up and have it configured in. So I love this shotgun a lot, and that concludes my gun collection video. I will be out with other videos if it's shooting at the range, to showing y'all different little attachments and things like that. But yeah, this is my gun collection video. This is 6ix9ine Lifestyle Reviews, and I'll be back again. Have a good one, y'all. Bye bye.